Let's learn about pandas. Famous and beloved around the world for their distinctive black and white fur and calm, lazy manner, giant pandas, usually just called pandas or panda bears, symbolize the animals that are in danger of vanishing from our planet. Pandas are mammals, which means they are warm-blooded, have fur, and feed their babies milk. They belong to the bear family, but pandas are so different from other species of bears that scientists argued for a long time about whether they were actually bears at all. Recent testing has proved that pandas really are bears, although there are some important differences between pandas and other types of bears. For example, pandas cannot roar like other bears do. Instead, they growl, huff, bark, and even make sounds like sheep. Pandas are native to the mountains of southwest China, where they live in bamboo forests. Bamboo is very important to pandas. Between 95 and 99% of the food they eat is bamboo. Unfortunately, bamboo is low in nutrients, and pandas are not very good at digesting it. So they have to spend all day eating bamboo, usually at least 12 hours, in which they consume up to 40 pounds or 18 kilograms of it. They use a special bone in their wrist that sticks out a little like a thumb to grasp the bamboo.
Hi friends, as you know, we've been looking at panda bears, and I thought it'd be really fun if we got to read a panda bear book together and learn more about them. So, I went on to epic.com, which I know Miss Hanley has taught all of you about, and I searched panda bears, and I found this book called Giant Pandas. So, let's get reading. Here's the table of contents, which if those of you don't remember, the table of contents page gives you different topics and the page numbers that they're at. So it looks like we're going to be starting with a black and white beauty. Then it goes to a bear like no other. Then it says disappearing act, uncertain future, fight for survival, prospects for recovery, the glossary, and the index. And if you forgot, the glossary is where you find vocabulary words that maybe you don't know the meaning of that are important with the topic we're reading. And then the index tells you where you can find different information, like which pages. a black and white beauty. No animal in the world is more insistently recognizable than the giant panda bear. Contrasting colors make giant pandas stand out in the animal kingdom. Pandas look, eat, and act like no other animal on Earth, and they have nearly disappeared from our planet. Doesn't sound too good, you guys. Giant pandas are comfortable on the ground, but are capable of climbing trees to find food or a place to sleep. Giant pandas look like massive teddy bears. They have big fuzzy heads and white fur with black patches on their ears and eyes. Their legs and shoulders are also black. Look at these cute pandas on this page. A bear like no other. All bears eat meat. Once in a while, giant pandas eat rodents or other small forest animals. Mostly, they eat bamboo. Bamboo is a hard, hollow plant that looks and feels like wood. It makes up 99% of a giant panda's diet, making it almost the only thing it eats. Did you know bamboo doesn't make a yummy snack for humans, but pandas love it? An adult giant panda can eat between 20 and 40 pounds of bamboo per day. Wow, that's awesome. The term giant panda sets it apart from the small red panda. Giant pandas are from the same family of species, which includes all types of bears. Red pandas are classified in their own species family. Red pandas are more closely resembled to raccoons than bears. If you see here, this is the giant panda that they described to us on the previous page. Right here is the red panda. It doesn't look very similar, does it? And that's because, like it said down here, the red pandas look more like raccoons than they do the giant panda bears that we all know so much about. Pandas have a thumb-like 6th finger on their front paw. Its sole purpose is to help them grip bamboo for eating. No other kind of bear eats bamboo, and no other kind of bear has a thumb-like extra finger. If you look down here, you guys, the black bear's paw has 5 claws but no thumbs. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then, if you look here at our panda bear, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this little thumb right here that you might not notice. Did you guys know that the panda bear has 6 fingers? I didn't. The panda thumb is a highly specialized trait that helps the animal survive in its bamboo forest habitat. That sounds like an adaptation. So this 6th finger is an adaptation that helps the panda bear to survive. A fully grown adult giant panda can weigh between 200 and 250 pounds. Female pandas give birth to tiny hairless blind babies that only weigh about 5 ounces. The baby panda is roughly the size of a stick of butter. The babies, known as cubs, eat by nursing from their mother. But by 1 year of age, they have teeth and can eat solid food. So right here is a picture of a baby panda or a cub, and you can see they don't have much fur, and they look kind of pink almost. You can see where it might turn black later on, but right now they're mostly pink with a little bit of fur. And then they say that it's like the stick of butter. So it's this size right here. It says cubs are 1 900th the size of their mother. The difference in size is greater than almost any other land mammal on Earth. Again, this is the size of a new bear giant panda. At 4 3/4 inches, or 12 centimeters, a newborn giant panda is about the same size as a stick of butter. That's crazy. Chapter 3, Disappearing Act. Pandas are native to China. Over time, much of China's bamboo forests were cut down to make way for farmland. This deforestation took away the bamboo source the pandas needed to survive, leaving them isolated from one another and on the verge of extinction. So I can see there's a big vocabulary word right here, deforestation. That's when they take down all of the forest to make more space for other things. So in this case, it's for farmland. Sometimes it's just for buildings that they need. And because of that, the panda bears lost their bamboo that they were eating and possibly living in. They all got separated. Nearly 80% of China's bamboo forests have been lost to deforestation. Did you know panda bears without massive bamboo forests are a little like fish without water? In both cases, the animal depends on the habitat for survival. Without a plentiful supply of bamboo, giant pandas starve. Wow. Uncertain future. There are less than 2,000 giant pandas living in the wild. The few wild pandas left live in clusters, high in the mountainous bamboo forests of central China. With its thick fur and specialized claws and teeth, the panda is ideally suited for cool, wet, and foggy conditions of China's remaining mountain forests. The giant panda is China's national animal. It is to China what the bald eagle is to the United States. Giant panda territories in China. So all the areas. Once plentiful across most of China, giant pandas now live in just 3 provinces. So if you can see, it says province occupied by giant pandas. Just these pink areas are where the giant pandas live. They might have lived all across these green areas before, but because of deforestation, they no longer can live there, which is really, really sad. And also, says there are 2,000 giant pandas living in the wild, and the pandas that we've been seeing are actually in maybe a zoo of some sort. They're in a safe, protected area, so that way they can't be killed and that they have all the food they need. So those pandas that we've been watching are very safe right now. Fight for survival. Scientists and animal experts are trying to protect the remaining wild giant pandas. China's government has created dozens of reserves and breeding centers to help captive pandas have babies. The breeding centers are meant to help restore the wild panda population. So that's probably where the pandas we're watching are. They're probably in a reserve or a breeding center. Probably a reserve, which is just a space of land that is protected by the government, and no one can go there and hurt those animals. And they make sure that the animals stay nice and safe. Did you know a major earthquake struck China in 2008? At least one giant panda died. Nearly all of the Lulong's giant pandas had to be relocated for a time. Many giant panda houses were damaged in the 2008 Sichuan earthquake. Places like Lulong Panda Reserve allow tourists to see the rare animal in its natural habitat. Female giant pandas have difficulty getting pregnant. Scientists at zoos and breeding centers use special methods to help females conceive. Did you know in 2006 a mother named Mei Mei gave birth to 2 twin giant pandas in a Japanese zoo? Female pandas can have babies when they are as young as 4 years old until they are about 20 years old. Good news, in 2006, more than 30 giant pandas were born in breeding centers in zoos worldwide. That's the largest number of captive giant panda births for any year on record. Wow, 30 brand new pandas. That's awesome. Prospects for recovery. Because humans have destroyed so much of the giant panda's habitat, the bears are struggling to survive. Slow rates of reproduction mean the species will remain endangered for a long time. Did you know? Captive giant pandas in China can live as long as 35 years. Scientists think pandas generally do not live as long in the wild. Giant pandas fascinate people, yet the animals are in a fight for survival. It is up to humans to protect the precious few that remain. China's government loans panda bears to zoos around the world, including 4 American zoos. This panda diplomacy helps educate people about the fragile status of the few giant pandas still living on Earth. And then here's the glossary just with some vocabulary words that we heard for animals. So that's the vocabulary. We already read the book, but you can go back and re-listen if you didn't understand some of the vocabulary as we were reading it. I hope you enjoyed this book. Let's go on and watch more pandas. What?
You may be surprised to learn that pandas will also sometimes eat other foods, including grass, fruit, eggs, insects, and even rodents. Pandas are solitary animals living mostly alone in the wild, except when mating or caring for a cub. Adult pandas may reach a size of 3 feet or about 90 centimeters at the shoulder and a length of 6 feet or 1.8 meters. Males can weigh up to about 250 pounds or 114 kilograms, and females are somewhat smaller. When cubs are born, they are tiny compared to their mother. A newborn panda weighs only about 3.5 ounces or 100 grams with a length of 7 inches or 18 centimeters. At birth, the cubs are pink, blind, and nearly hairless, but soon they develop the black and white pattern that will mark them the rest of their lives. Once, giant pandas were hunted for their fur, but today, pandas are protected. They are still in danger, however, because their bamboo forest habitats are being cut down and used for building and farming. Without enough forest to live in, the pandas cannot survive. Fortunately, many people want to save the panda from extinction and are working hard to protect them and their habitats. In the 1970s, only 1,000 pandas were found to be living in the wild, and they were declared an endangered species in the 1980s. Through conservation efforts and breeding programs, the panda population has nearly doubled, and in 2016, pandas were declared no longer endangered. They remain vulnerable, however, and if they and their habitats are not carefully protected, pandas could still vanish from our world forever. I hope you enjoyed learning about giant pandas today. Goodbye till next time.
Hi friends. So as you know, today we've been looking at panda bears. So now it's our turn to learn how to draw a panda bear. So I'm going to be drawing, my picture's going to be right above me, and you can follow along as we go. So I hope you have fun.
Hey art friends, we're going to do another drawing today. What are we going to draw?
We're gonna draw a panda.
Yeah, we're going to draw a panda. Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, checkers, you got your marker?
Yeah, my marker's right here.
Good job. And my marker's right here too. Alright, okay, first step, just like the panda, except we're going to have our paper is going to be horizontal, but just like the teddy bear yesterday, we drew a circle right in the middle. This is going to be the panda's head. Alright, good job, checkers. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to draw his little nose. It's going to be down here at the bottom, a little oval. And then we're going to draw a J for one side of his mouth, and then a backwards J. Oops, sorry. Backwards, regular J, and a backwards J. There we go. I got them all mixed up. Okay, now we're going to draw for, what does a panda have on its face? That's a
It
little,
has like a mask.
yeah, it totally does. So on one side we're going to draw an oval diagonally, and then on the other side we're going to draw another oval, same size. Good job. Okay, now we're going to draw his eyes, and those are just going to be little circles inside his mask. And then we're going to draw a circle in there for a light catcher, color it in. Now we're not going to color in the rest of the panda because we're going to use our colored pencils to color in black. And so we're going to leave that for later. Alright, good job, dude. Okay, now let's draw his ears. We're going to draw a little C on this side, a little C on this side. And we got some ears. Good job, dude. Give me 5. Alright, okay. Now let's draw his arms. And his arms are going to be different than the teddy bear we did yesterday. His arms are going to be out in front. And so we're going to just draw lines that come off the side of his head and come in front. Kind of make a V. Good. Okay, now we continue this line. We're going to pick this line up, continue it around, and come back up to his head. Same thing on this side. We're going to continue the line and come all the way. Oh, my squeaky.
The squeakiest marker in the world.
Squeakiest marker in the world.
Squeak!
Alright, okay, now let's draw his back legs, and then we're just going to draw his feet. And they're sticking out from the side of his front legs on both sides. And then let's draw the bottom. Sitting. Okay, now let's draw his little paws. We're going to draw 3 circles and then a big oval. 3 circles, little circles, and a big oval. Good job, bro. Awesome. Okay, now let's draw. We don't usually do backgrounds.
Yeah, we
Let's-
don't do backgrounds.
Should we do a background on this
Sure.
one? No, okay, let's do it. All right, we're gonna draw two lines that come out from behind our panda, right next to each other. Like that. And then you can put a contour line on those two lines. Good. And then let's do some over here too. What is this gonna be?
Bam, bam.
Yes, you're right. It's gonna be bamboo. Okay, let's finish our bamboo. You almost ready there? Good. Okay, now let's just do some more contour lines that come down the bamboo stalks. Like that. Good. Good job. Okay, now let's put the leaves on. And we're just going to do a straight line and then curve line back. Straight line, curve line back. And these are going to be the leaves. Good job. Checkers, that's awesome. Okay, grab your colored pencil. And these are called woodies. And you can just use regular colored pencils at home, or you can use a crayon. Crayon will work too. All right. You okay? All right.
So my
let's draw-
friends,
let's start
I don't
coloring
have
his
any
eyes.
colored pencils. So I'm just going to watch as they do a little bit of coloring and let you guys color along with them. So I hope you are having fun drawing these pandas and coloring them.
And this is, and then make sure you leave that light catcher. And if you use the side of your pencil or the side of your crayon, it's a little easier to color in and make it look even. Yeah, I'm going to color in his nose too. And I'm going to color in his ears next. Am I going too fast?
Kind of.
Why don't you pause the video and catch up?
Pause.
Can you pause me?
Maybe. Maybe.
No, okay, I'm gonna
No.
start.
You automatically unpause yourself.
I will pause myself. Alright, now I'm gonna show you a cool secret. We're gonna do a little shading. If you press a little harder with your colored pencil underneath his ear, right at the bottom of his ear, it's gonna make his ear look like it's 3D. 3D!
3D is awesome. Makes your eyes look like you're seeing 3D on TV or something.
Alright, okay, now watch this. Well, I'm gonna put my colored pencil sideways. I'm holding it not like a pencil, I'm holding it more like a piece of charcoal. And then I can do long strokes like this to color a big space quicker, a larger space. You see that? And then I'm going to do the same thing over here, sideways.
Since I was doing that, oh look, a little
Oh,
bit,
yeah.
a little bit colored the wood or something. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use shading. I'm going to press harder down here at the bottom of his front legs and go around and use the same shape too. So see how I'm curved?
I want you to follow.
You can catch up. You can do it. So I'm doing really dark around the bottom of his paws, and it makes it look like his legs are 3D. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with his, color in his back feet. And I'm going to leave his paws white. If you guys at home, art friends, if you guys have pink
Or red.
or red, yeah, you can
Light
probably
red.
use red too. Light red. Color in his paws.
Light red is actually a little bit red.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Alright, and then the last thing we're going to do, we're going to get our green, our light green, and just color in our bamboo.
I wish it was just a computer so I could pause it.
I know, I'm going a little fast for you. That's alright.
Yeah,
You
you're making
catch
my
up.
arm hurt. I'm trying to go fast.
I'm going to do his
Going
leaves
pretty
too.
fast.
That's alright. I've had lots of practice with coloring.
I know.
Look at that. Done.
Hey! I want you to pause.
Almost there. You did it.
Done.
Good job, Chuckers. Look at that panda. Dude, that is one cool looking panda.
No.
Good job, bro. Pound it.
Wow, how awesome was that, drawing those and then getting to see them in color. If you don't have anything to color with or you didn't get a chance to color, feel free to color afterwards and share with me and Miss Flores. All right, I hope you guys had fun. Let's go look at more pandas.